delicious crop. As you know, wind turbines are very environmentally friendly until they come to the end of their lives, at which point they just have to be tossed in the landfill. And that's not environmentally friendly. So Michigan State University scientists have come up with a solution. Just as with an old horse, when a wind turbine is too aged and feeble to generate any more wind, you should just eat it. Seriously. Wind turbine blades could be recycled into gummy bears, scientists say. And if scientists say it, it must be true, because we follow the science, must follow the science. We couldn't get gummy bears here. I think it's an American delicacy. So we had to make do. This is from a British wind turbine, I take it. These are actually jelly babies. And as you can see, they're covered in dust. That's not some toxic dust from the wind turbine. I think that's confectioner's sugar. Natalie Winters is with us from the National Pulse. Natalie, is this just some giant leg pull, or are they serious about getting us to eat wind turbines?
I think they are serious, but we should be grateful because at least they're giving us a choice. We can either choose to eat wind turbines that have been recycled, or the paper also found that they could recycle them and create sports drinks out of them. So maybe you could fuel up for your next workout by drinking sort of a dissolved version of a wind turbine. But what the researchers found is that they created what they allege is a new form of resin that when they expose it to different solutions, sometimes it creates substances that are used in automobile parts, but sometimes it creates substances that can be used to form gummy bears, and like I said, sports drinks. And I think this is just another perfect example of how climate change and this sort of weird push for green energy isn't just about that, right? Just like COVID-19 and all the measures to prevent the spread of the virus wasn't just about COVID-19. There was sort of a bigger agenda at play, which all centers around these people really wanting to force you to do what you do with your body, including eating wind turbines, and you have no say.
Yeah, it's in the end, it's all about control. They don't care really about the comparative benefits of gummy bears from whatever they're made of now. Gelatin, I suppose, is in there somewhere, or gummy bears made from wind turbines. But they want the wind turbine gummy bears because that way you're eating what they tell you to eat.
Well, when you think about where scientific advances should be focused right now and should be made, the thought of being able to eat wind turbines and gummy bears doesn't necessarily come to the forefront of anyone's mind, which I think shows you that either the budget over here in the United States to fund scientific research is way too large, or trust the science, all these so-called experts don't actually have anyone's best interest at heart. But as you were saying, it's about control. It's about sort of manipulating the world and the environment in which we live, not just through these bizarre clean energy pushes, but really doing these just bizarre things with the products that they're using to push this green climate agenda. So I know the Biden administration over here just doubled down on spending for wind power. So maybe we'll be eating a lot more gummy bears over here in the U.S.
Yeah, well, I actually stopped in the California desert. There were these terrible wind turbines there, the Condor Cuisinarts, as they call them in that part, just outside Palm Springs. And I actually stopped and went and took a look at the base of the wind turbine, and the toxic sludge at the bottom of it was of a color I have never seen any kind of sludge before. Is that necessarily a good thing to be putting into your body?
I don't think so. And frankly, the so-called experts who would be making the decision on that, like you were just noting in your previous segment with COVID-19 vaccines and pregnant women, the science seems to be continually changing. So if we already have hesitations about the safety of toxic sludge and metal and resin and automobile parts ingesting them, I could only imagine what a few months from now, when the experts catch up to reality and the actual science, what they'll be telling us.